This WIKISPEED Low Red Wagon project, September 25th, 2025. And yeah, I'll say go ahead, David. You good to go ahead, David?
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, by the way, yes, I'll put my microphone on so you can hear me. Okay. So, past week.
Yes. You talking to me?
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'll actually go back over the last like 3 weeks or something since I've been missing some meetings and everything. I was working on a program that finds the solution to mathematical equations. I mentioned this in an email I sent. Facebook keeps popping up these questions like x to the 12 equals 8 to the x. What is x? And so I wrote a computer program to be able to answer that, to give you all the numerical values of x that will satisfy the equation.
Right.
And it's been very interesting. One thing is that since there are like all sorts of different equations, it'll seem to be working, and then I'll put in a different equation, and I'll start getting like some nonsense answers in with the real answers and everything or something. So it's been a lot of fun debugging this, and I'm also learning some tricks to make it more accurate and everything. So basically, it's been an interesting programming exercise. It's nothing, and in addition to that, let's see, I spent some time yesterday digging my desk out from all the half-finished things that I had there, like an archaeological site there or something. So basically cleaning up my workshop and everything. And there was something else I did. I think I had something to do with some 3D printing, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay. Coming week.
One of the things I want to do, I don't know if I ever showed you, this is my soap recycler. And I want to go ahead and post that on the sites and everything. And I want I keep telling myself I'm going to get back to my book. I just, I got to do something to actually be making some money or something. So if I can actually finish that book, it might be worth something. So those are my two primary projects for the week. And one other thing I did, which doesn't exactly count as research work or anything, today I assembled a trampoline. We got one of those mini trampoline things that's like 30 inches wide or something, and I assembled that. Took quite some time, and as soon as I got it set up, my dog appropriated that for a bed. So, but I got a picture of stretched out on his trampoline. I'm trying to get on the exercise. But so anyway, those are my two projects for the coming week there.
Any blocks?
Mostly the 1,000,001 other things that I had to do. I have been concentrating a lot on my health, trying to exercise more and go to the gym and swim, more before the weather turns bad and things like that. So I will be concentrating on my health and taking a lot of time. Plus, taking care of the lawn, which is probably a good 2 to 3 hours a day, 6 days a week or something, to keep up with it. So basically, the block is time, as always.
Okay, Michael.
Michael Olchuk, Saskatoon, Canada. Not a lot to report for this week. I have been busy with other things and life in general. So next week I am the Makerspace is having a fundraiser tomorrow, so I'll be participating in that. They are cooking burgers and stuff, and then hopefully they'll get enough money to. Can't remember. They're raising money to buy some sort of a piece of equipment. I don't remember what it is. And blocks are it's fall. Anyway, that's it for me.
Okay. Yes, it's Lauren on a Gulf Island of British Columbia and past week. Okay, I carried on with the backup, Clonezilla backup. And after some trial and error, I was able to back up my one of my Linux one of my Linux desktops that I've been using for the mostly for Arduino and this project. We did the exercises from Josh Articulated Robotics, and I did those, and I had MS Visual Studio, the IDE, basically an IDE, and so that one is in the process of upgrading now. I started about 90 minutes ago. So that's and the purpose is to test this little chip, the Vision chip, because the version of Ubuntu I had didn't have the right Python components. And it's not exactly the Python components, but something that Python requires, and it didn't have the version that it needed. So I'm upgrading to 22. I can, once I upgrade to 22, Ubuntu 22, I can go to 24. But anyway, it was a block and it's gone. So coming week, I want to test the chip again. I want to get back into, see which of the tank level that I have. I have at least 2 that work, maybe 3. And at our community garden and basically it's a great big property that they call a commons. It has a stage, an outdoor stage, and some other thing. Anyway, they have some cisterns, and so they were interested in using the tank level. So that's something for the coming week, and definitely get back to robotics and ROS and getting something that rolls along and follows us, and trying to keep it simple, but doing the ROS because and other things. It looks like, for example, that DF Robotics, DF Robot is they've got components. They're not exactly plug and play yet, but they have a set of components, and I could imagine in 5 years from now that you would have ROS being easier, or something being an easy to use thing where you can plug things in and you don't have to worry a lot about reading and writing and recording and all that stuff. So anyway, that's coming week. I'm going to play around with all that. And blocks are just nothing in particular, except other things like trying to reduce the amount of stuff I have and tidy my stuff and kind of decide on what I want to focus on and simplify. So yeah, that's it for that. So back to you, David, for like a retrospective, rate yourself and the team, and any ideas for improving the process.
I'll I'll give myself maybe a 7 for working on the project, and maybe bump it out for 8 for also straightening up my workspace. I'll give you. You seem to have done a fair amount of work there, so I'll give the team an 8 too. And let's see, was there something else I needed to do? No, okay.
Yeah. Okay, Mike.
It. I was just reminded that Articulated Robotics released another video last week.
Ooh.
So he had some fun with the Raspberry Pi 5.
Oh.
And its power requirements and using a non-standard Raspberry Pi power supply that didn't supply 5 amps, and how it kind of messed up how the terminal server operated and stuff. So a very interesting video. Sounds like he's going to revisit all of his videos and update them, which is very interesting. But he's only got the one so far, so
Yeah.
we don't have a whole lot to go on. But I'm interested in using the Raspberry Pi 5, especially for the video, because it's got more horsepower and more memory. Anyway, I'm going to give myself a 3 because I actually did look through that video. And team, I'll agree, is an 8, and I don't have any process improvement.
Yeah, so me, it's an 8 and an 8. 8 for me, 8 for the team, and I'll hold off on the process improvement, but probably I will have one next week, just in terms of what we're doing from here.
Okay.
And I'm going to end the recording unless someone has some crosstalk that they want on the recording.
No.